First woman executed for murder by U.S. by non-British government. First governor of Louisiana, signer of the U.S. Constitution. American Railroad, Robin Barron. 27th governor of New Hampshire. 2nd and 7th governor of Maryland. Signer of the Declaration of Independence. 54th governor of Connecticut. 14th and 17th governor of Massachusetts. And also, they are all the generals and all the commanders and admirals, you know what I mean? Obviously, they're not all of them, but they have key positions, you know. Lord Charles Cornwallis, British commander at Siege of Yorktown. First governor of Minnesota. Confederate Army, U.S. Civil War. General Joseph E. Johnston. John Quincy Adams, the 6th U.S. President. And like I said, they are in charge of all the wars. General Robert E. Lee, remember? Confederate Army, U.S. Civil War. Author of The Hour and the Man. Inventor of the cotton gin. See, they invent everything. But did he really invent the cotton gin? Or did they just make sure that he was the one who got credit for making the cotton gin? I don't know. Aaron Burr says killed Alexander Hamilton. That's why I say it's tough to find who's who, because this guy was the 4th or the 3rd, something like that, vice president. He was also a congressman probably, but it's not written here. I'd have to look it up. That's why I say my congressman list and that other governor list, it's small, because I don't know who the governors were. They don't tell me. Aaron Burr. So he's a vice president, and he killed Alexander Hamilton, who is also on this list. Okay, so he killed they're both grandkids to the same 7 kings, but whatever. It's all quinky-dink. First Lady, President William H. Taft, right? And keep in mind, this is the second. There's 2 wives of. Oh wait, not with Taft. That was Wilson, I think. General Hugh Mercer, American Revolution. Like I said, they're all the generals. They're all the people that start wars. Nathan Hale, America's first spy. Oh yeah. Of course, because all the spies are them, okay? But you know what I mean? I don't mean all, obviously. Colonel Robert Gould Shaw, U.S. Civil War leader of film glory fame. This is what I'm talking about, the war machine that they... Founder of Remington Arms Company. Yeah, of course. They have founded all the gun factories they own and founded. Again, signer of the U.S. Constitution. Charles Darwin, theory of evolution. Did he really come up with the theory of evolution? Or did they just kill everybody off that had the same theory and let him have it? I don't know. I really don't know. But let's see here. Founder of Post Cereals. Leader of the Charge of the Light Brigade. Author of Moby Dick. Again, 36th U.S. Secretary of State, William Rufus Day. Let's start here. We got 4th Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, American fireside poet, 15th Governor of the Rhode Island, 26th U.S. Secretary of State, 13th Governor of Maryland, 16th Governor of Maryland, 10th Governor of Tennessee, 5th Governor of New Hampshire, landscaped architect, founder, again with the university, founder of Washington University, St. Louis, co-founder of New York Academy of Science. Yeah, they get into all the colleges. 31st Governor of Maine, 3rd and 5th Governor of Vermont, 2nd Governor of Michigan, U.S. Senator of Virginia, poet and journalist. Yeah, they like to get into journalism. 23rd president, co-founder of Pillsbury Company. Yeah, they own a lot of food companies too. Notice how they probably poison us in the foods. Founder of Childs and Company. First Secretary of Treasury, Alexander Hamilton. Captain, of course, they love war. Captain of the ill-fated SS Central America. 12th U.S. President, author and activist Helen Keller. Yeah, everyone who's... I bet you if Helen Keller wasn't a royal, she wouldn't be famous today. I bet you there are millions of deaf, dumb, and blind people, but none of them made it into the books except for Helen Keller. And I don't think Helen Keller knew that she was royal. I think that they just, like I said, there's a deep state within the deep state. They keep track of all the people that are the descendants of these with these direct bloodlines and royal bloodlines that they like. And if they see someone that does something that might be, book worthy or history worthy, they swoop in and help them out. Francis Scott Key, the guy who made the Star Spangled Banner song, our country song. 22nd and 24th U.S. President. Remember how when I started out these videos, I said the Morgan family and the Rockefeller family and the Vanderbilts and all. Everyone knows these people, the mega people that control everything, right? I said it was like an Italian mafia, like in the 60s, where you got the commission, you got 6 or 7 families or whatever, and they all form a commission, and that's what I was saying. It was like these elite families, they all joined together, and they formed a commission. No. They're not different. They're all the same family with the same royal bloodlines, J.P. Morgan, leading back directly, not as cousins or some distant relative, all as direct descendants, all grandchildren to the same 7 kings. Okay, Benedict Arnold, remember him, traitor of the American Revolution, again signer of Declaration of Independence, playwright, actor, songwriter. Author of The Scarlet Letter, American artist, Norman Rockwell. Everyone knows that from his Christmas pictures, right? But was his pictures? I'm sure they were good, but I'm sure there were a bunch of other people that had good pictures too. They didn't get into the history books like this guy. Author of The Battle Hymn of the Republic. Again. They love war, they love generals, they love war machines, war factories. General James Longstreet, Confederate Army, U.S. Civil War. James Sherman, 27th U.S. Vice President, founder of General Foods. Yeah, they love to get into the foods too, I noticed. They love foods. Wonder why they love food so much. Author of, co-founder of Bloomsbury Group. Movie actress Olivia de Havilland. I never even heard of her. I don't know many actors though. Joan Fontaine. That sounds famous. But she's a movie actress. Oliver Wendell Holmes. That's a very known name. It says American fireside poet. 40th Governor of Virginia, 15th Governor of Maryland, of course, signer of the Constitution, U.S. Constitution, author of Alice in Wonderland, 45th Governor of Massachusetts, again with the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court Justice, 8th Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, World's Columbian Expo architect, I guess this. 13th and 16th Governor of Maine, RMS Titanic victim. T.S. Eliot, poet and playwright. Yeah, I wonder if he was really. Wonder why. You think when I think of people now, I think of DEI. You know what I mean? Did this guy really? Is he really a great poet, or is it just he was royal and so they put them up at the top, just like DEI does with black. They don't care if you're good or not. They don't care if you're qualified. They just care about skin color. You know what I mean? Just like these people. They don't care about merit. They care about, bloodlines. 32nd governor of Massachusetts. Oh, again, wife of President Chester A. Arthur. Yeah. First lady of President James Garfield. Yeah. Remember, these people were on this list too. This Garfield guy, I don't know about Chester A. Arthur, but they're all they're all royals, first of all. But I think Garfield is actually a mega royal. Calvin Coolidge, that's the 30th U.S. president. Author of A Streetcar Named Desire. Oh, Humphrey Bogart. Everyone knows that name, even though it's old back in the day. Movie actor. Remember how I said J.P. Morgan? Okay, we already did J.P. Morgan's dad. Here's his son, J.P. Morgan Jr. He's also, obviously, the dad is a grandson. He's a grandson. Folger. J. Folger, founder of Folger Coffee Company. Theodore Roosevelt. Yeah, the guy who slid in when McKinley had two vice presidents that weren't royal, never got shot in the head. As soon as he gets this guy as a vice president, he gets shot twice and dies. And then Theodore Roosevelt becomes the president of the United States. But it's all just quinky dinks. Again, here's Theodore Roosevelt, and here's his wife, first wife of President Theodore Roosevelt. And they're both 33rd great-grandchild to the same seven kings. But it's just a coincidence. I know the monarchies, they intermarry between the wives and the kings. And we do that. We intermarry our presidents and our first ladies. They're all intermarried. But it's not a monarchy in the United States. It's just a monarchy in the UK. Even though everything in our country is set up just like a monarchy, whatever. They act like monarchies. They're always. It seems like the presidents are always marrying their wives that are also their cousins. And coincidentally, they're all grandkids to the same seven kings 1,000 years ago. Okay, whatever. Susan B. Anthony, remember her? Woman rights activist. 19th president. Remember her? The wife was on this list too. His wife was up on the list earlier. Remember how I said all the families, Rockefeller. We already saw J.P. Morgan, right? Here's the other one, J.D. Rockefeller. Yeah, he's a grandkid. Look at these. First Lady of President Woodrow Wilson, also First Lady of Woodrow Wilson, Ellen and Edith. And Woodrow Wilson is not on this list, but he is a royal. He's just not a mega royal. His lineage, bloodline goes all the way back to King Edward I. Doesn't go past that though. But look at this. And he married two women that are on this list that are both, 33rd great-grandchild to the same seven kings. Okay, it's all coincidence, though. They're not monarchs. It's not a monarchy. They just marry like a monarchy. Katharine Hepburn, yeah, that's a big name there. Movie actors. Ernest Hemingway, yeah, that's a big guy there. I don't know who he is. I think of Shakespeare when I think of Ernest Hemingway, though. Author of The Sun Also Rises. Oh, and of course, who do we got here? Generals. Of course, all the generals. General Douglas MacArthur. Everyone involved in World War II, this famous general, is on this list. Because they own the Federal Bank Reserve. They loan out the money for the war to the government. Then they own all the arms places that make stuff that you can, have a war with, like guns and tanks and that. They own all that. Then they own all the construction companies. That's why we go in and figure, what kind of country would go in after, like, you get attacked by a country, right? So you attack them back and you beat the hell out of them. That should be the end of it. But no, not for the United States. Afterwards, we have our mega construction companies like Halliburton. Yeah, Dick Cheney was the president of Halliburton. Then he becomes vice president, and him and George Bush